What do you think about the physical characteristics of the game for your player especially?
I think it's like closer and closer every year.
Yeah.
Like the longer you in the league,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Kings taking on the Pelicans. For the Kings, they can't be too disappointed, playing over 500 ball the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than that and look to prove it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, take it away.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. It's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Holiday.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Anthony Davis is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Then it's Paul George, and it's Baines in at the 5. And for the Kings, they've got Hart. Rudy Gay is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Nunn in at the 1 spot.
The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, two of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
There's the feed to Nurkic. Gay trying to break free, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Satoransky. Pass to Davis. Not going to go that time. Gay with the defensive effort. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Sacramento shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes. Two.
That free throw missing. And Brent, both teams really want this win. Playoff implications are at stake.
This is going to be an interesting night to see who it is that stands up, Kevin, and who it is that realizes the imperative nature of this game for their playoff chances. This could have some seeding implications as well.
And the players know it well, too, don't they?
The players know it well, and the veteran players and the players who have that experience and that hunger to get back there, they're letting the other guys know that tonight, let's lock in and tune it up.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And here is Satoransky. 5 on the clock. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here's Nunn. Satoransky covering. Wiggins from outside. And Baines pulls it down. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Pelicans, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, two bad ones, one good one. He could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Here's none. Satoransky covering. Got a piece of it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Sacramento has possession. Here's none. 9-point game his last outing. 5 to shoot. From deep. That one doesn't drop. And New Orleans will come the other way. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's George. Some solid defense from Gay.
Yeah, better than giving up a layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
He has a very well-rounded offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
Outside for George. From deep three-point range, Pelicans keep it alive, and Davis puts it in.
All length there from AD. The assertive attitude, and it just makes him such a handful on the offensive glass.
Here's none. Satoransky covering. And a wide open look here for Wiggins, and he hits it to tie the game up. Wiggins has got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Wiggins with the block. And the Kings pushing it up now. Wiggins with the ball. The offensive rebound. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
One shot.
Well, clearly, Nurkic did not get the side dish of rebounds he was hoping for. Hungry to grab that one.
And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story. Free throw good, Nurkic. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along, he was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
And it's Davis with the jam.
So you're going to give AD that kind of room? Well, here's the payoff for that.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Satoransky. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Out they get it back. Misses, and he wants that one back. The pass to Hart. Here's Nunn. Knocked away. Satoransky with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. He digs the rim with a two-handed slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Davis kicks to Grant. Back to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 11.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Here's Nunn. Satoransky covering. Pass to Hart. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Passes to Wiggins. The Kings need to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. Nurkic, and he lays it straight in. He has 5.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Pass to Baines. Grant outside. Kicks it to George. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Grant the pass to Davis. Over Hart. And it's Davis missing. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Baseline try. Green for 2 points. And the Kings lead by 2. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development. It's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
Substitution here for New Orleans. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Kings in third.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
And Brett, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise, this season moving to College Park, Georgia, to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case. As he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
Here's Porter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Holiday, the pass to Davis. Outside Thomas. He kicks to Holiday. Shoots it. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Holiday. Thomas got it all tied up now for New Orleans. The Kings have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Now Exum. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Nurkic. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for George.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Augustine looking around. Second chance shot. Here's Porter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Nurkic. Averaging about 18 points per, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Free throw good. Porter. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis to get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And here's the fast break. Here's Thomas. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to some.
Count it. Good.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Here's Holiday on target from 13 feet.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
There's the pass to Holmes. Sacramento moving it around. Pass to Exum. He tries for 3. Kings with the fresh shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Johnson.
Well, the determination there by Nurkic pressures the D into getting a little bit too physical with him on that shot.
The Kings shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. He's off on the first.
Nurkic is a double-double machine every night. There's not a lot of teams right now, Kevin, that are equipped on their roster to handle the kind of size that Nurkic can bring.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Augustine. And he's good on the second. There's 1:47 left here in the opening quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Well, if the lane opens up, Dedmon is going to sprint through it. He found the gap as a mobile big man and scored.
Got it. Nice one there from Exum. And the Kings lead by 5.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Holiday dishes to Johnson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Pascal. No good on the triple.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Passes it to Nurkic. Out left to the wing. Now here's Exum. He's guarded closely, and a wide open look for Porter. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And now an 8-point Kings lead.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter.
That's green.
When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Exum passes to Nurkic. Now here's Shamet. From deep. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Sacramento Kings in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. James Johnson is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Holiday. And it's Pascal in at the small forward. Thomas. Dedmon kicks to Johnson. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Kings leading now by 8. And here's Exum. Shamet up top. He's guarded by Thomas. Exum's shot is off. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's off to Utah for Matt Davisco as they take on the Jazz. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like when you cover a lot of football where you can talk to quarterbacks about their check downs. Yes. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basket. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. A floater. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
In the corner, George with it. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Grant against Wiggins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Pelicans have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
The Kings making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Saransky's checked in for the Pelicans. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
None passes to Holmes. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Here's Satoransky. How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? The 3 from George. The Pelicans get another chance here. And it's Grant in the corner. Tries again. It's not going to go for him. Wiggins with some nice D. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Cloak loose. Nobody near George. And the Pelicans get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Grant showing some toughness on that play. He welcomes the contact. He's so athletic, goes right through it that time.
And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
And the Kings making a change here. Hart's checked in, and the Pelicans making a change here as well. Davis is checked in, and Grant drops them both. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Wiggins outside. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the inside. And it's Baines missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Pelicans trail by 8. Outside, George. Over Hart. Here's Davis, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Davis has got 15.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
Wiggins with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
And the first one drops.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Sacramento. He doesn't get the second one. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's George. No good. Shot missing. And the Kings going the other way now. They've led by as much as 10.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Augustine. Second chance effort. Gay trying to break free. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Here's Grant. That shot off the mark. Wiggins with some nice D. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Satoransky kicks to George. Davis against Gay from 15 feet away. And it's Davis missing. Sacramento leading by 9. Gay drives in, shoots over Satoransky. That's good from Gay on the assist by Augustine.
Adept at converting at the mid-range. Rudy Gay, when he gets room to shoot, not going to think about it 2 times.
Baines finds George. Augustine against Satoransky. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Davis. Over Wiggins. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. And Hart has it in the corner. And Grant sends it back.
Grant's got some verts. I mean, it's all out there, especially effective on getting to the shooters and making an impact.
Now the pass to Baines. Over Wiggins. Count that one. And the Kings' lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Baines. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Sacramento. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Gay with it. Baines is there. Gay misses.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
As soon as Davis realizes that he has the chance to drive, he seizes it. You could tell the defense, they weren't in position at all.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
And he can't get the first one.
Impressive thing about Anthony Davis is just how much ground he can cover during the game. Has come into this league as one of the best running big men in transition. Still a huge weapon for him.
Jusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Sacramento. Good on the second free throw. Now Augustine. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Gay. It's hauled in by Paul George.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Kings leading now by 6. Stolen by Satoransky. On the wing, George. Covered by Wiggins. George against Wiggins. George, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Davis, the pass to Satoransky. Back to Davis. The 9-foot shot. The shot is good off the backboard. Davis has got 18 points in the game.
I like it when AD starts to step on the gas pedal offensively. He starts to feel like nobody can stop him, and he very well might be right.
Passes it to Gay. 6 to shoot. To end the drought. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Baines has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Augustine against Satoransky. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
Pass to Augustine. The pass to Nurkic. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He's got 10.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
changes for Sacramento. Porter comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Exum in for Josh Hart. Right side Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up.
Shooting one.
Great opportunity for a three-point play. For New Orleans, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. 1:57 left in the first half of the game. Now here is Augustine. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Wiggins right side. Pelicans with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Thomas, no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Stolen by Holiday. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And the basket by Pascal. Pascal's got his first bucket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Ball's knocked loose, taken away by Holiday. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Thomas. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Here's Nurkic. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. 30 seconds left now here in the second. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Dedmon.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense is trying to rough him up a bit.
The Kings have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. Free throw good. Porter.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Good on both. 19 seconds left in the second quarter. And here's Holiday. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pelicans on top, ending the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 23 points and 8 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
I was surprised at some of the recklessness. They were scattered, sloppy ball handling, just too many turnovers. It gets back to fundamentals. Forget the highlight reel pass, make the effective one. Simple bounce pass. John Wooden taught us that as a 40, 30, 50, whenever he was coaching. Just play under control. Simple ball, dude.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Pelicans. They lead by 1. You've got Yusuf Nurkic. Rudy Gay is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Hart in at the 2. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Davis with the bucket.
Well, AD has the green light. Trust me, in this offensive system, he can shoot the ball whenever he wants.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
The dive for the ball. Unable to get that one.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And it's Davis missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
I like how Rudy uses his athleticism to draw some attention. He puts the D in a difficult spot there.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Pretty consistent player when healthy, and nice to see Rudy Gay working back to this kind of athletic prowess.
No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Grant outside. Shot clock at 5. That's good from Davis on the assist by Grant. Grant's got his third assist on the night.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Nunn. Satoransky covering. Fades and shoots. Nurkic can't hit. New Orleans in the lead. George passes to Baines. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Nurkic kicks to Wiggins. Feeds to Gay. Tipped away. Here's Nurkic. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Pelicans leading by 4.
Yo, check Davis.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Baines controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Baines has got 6 in the quarter.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Wiggins passes to Nurkic, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You could tell that Nurkic was looking to get the foul on that shot, and he got the job done.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. Free throw good, Nurkic. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so George will bring it up for the Pelicans. 4-point game. From deep, buries it from 3-point range.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size. And pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
Wiggins outside. Clock at 4. And Grant sends it back. On the wing, George. Back to Grant. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Nurkic. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Drew Holiday is checked in for Satoransky. Grant surveying the D. Pass to Davis. With the clock winding down, and it's Davis with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
None can't get it to fall.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
The Kings making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Pelicans, advantage in 1 series. And, of course, there's the Kings, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And checking out Sacramento, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them. So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
The Kings trail by 13. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Augustine, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Johnson.
All the officials are all over that one.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Augustine. Pelicans leading by 11. Passes it to Davis. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And that's 31 points for Davis.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Johnson.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for Wiggins. And the Pelicans also making a change. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Davis. Dedmon dishes to George. Over Exum, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here is Porter. 15 points in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Johnson. No good on that one. Thomas checked in for Paul George. That one misses. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going. And you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up for that
With courtside
job.
seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be 2 pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Back to Thomas. Dedmon with it. He averages about 5 points a game. Shoots over Holmes. And it's off the back rim. No good. Oh, Porter in position. Stolen by George. On the wing, Holiday. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Shamet kicks to Porter. Sacramento again missing. Pelicans leading by 13 to the middle. Here's Pascal. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Holiday against Augustine. Pass to Porter. Over Holiday. Porter, no luck. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Can't connect from short range.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And the shot goes in. 19 points for Michael Porter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Now George. He's got 9. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Thomas. Teardrop shot, and it's Shamet missing. New Orleans leading by 13. Here's Holiday. Porter with a block, and they'll keep possession. George passes to Dedmon. Kicks it to Holiday. Knocks down the three ball. Holiday's got 5.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Augustine against Holiday. Augustine passes to Holmes. And it's Exum at the elbow. Here's George. And he uses the glass on the layup. 11 points in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Holiday, the pass to basket. Porter with a block. Now here is Augustine. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Right side, Porter. The pass to Exum. Trying his luck from deep. Drills it from outside.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pelicans leading by 15. Here's Holiday. That one a little long.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Dedmon with the block.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more block shots.
Nurkic checked in for the Kings. Saransky's checked in for New Orleans. Stolen by Satoransky. Here's Holiday. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against New Orleans. And he knocks down the first one. Hard, he's checked in for Richaun Holmes. And Porter drops them both. New Orleans gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. From deep, George, and another 3 for New Orleans.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but it feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Hits, got that one from Nurkic.
Well, Nurkic, with that soft touch, he's starting to cause some problems for the defense.
The 3 from George. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
The defense.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the New Orleans Pelicans. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So the Pelican 5 right now. Satoransky there with Holiday. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Paul George. And it's Paschal in at the 4 slot.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And here's Nurkic. Pass to Augustine. Off target from 3-point range.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Porter, no luck.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's George. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Kings trail by 19. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Exum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the first one at the line is good. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Kings. Wiggins comes in for DJ Augustine. Here's Holiday. Pass to Satoransky. Back to Holiday. Baines dishes to Holiday. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
And yes, it's good.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Holiday looking for an opening. Misses in close. Kings have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Gay, that's good.
It's a correct route. We talk about that with receivers in the NFL. In the NBA, still important. Rudy Gay on route there.
Nurkic with the steal. Here's Exum. Pass to Hart. Clock at 6. And here's Nurkic, guarded by Holiday. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Kings making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. Holiday finds Baines. Over to the left wing. Satoransky with it to the paint. It's deflected. Davis. And now the Kings fast break. Gay with the ball. Shoots over Satoransky. Misses off the left iron. Pelicans leading by 13. Here's the floater. And that one, good.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Here's Nunn. Satoransky grabs the miss. Satoransky's got 4 rebounds in this game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Satoransky's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Holiday's got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Nunn. And there's the pass to Nurkic. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 15 rebounds here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Satoransky the pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Satoransky. Second shot opportunity. And it's Davis missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there. And that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Pass to Baines. He kicks it to Grant. Back to Baines. Outside Holiday. On deep. They grabbed their own miss and finished off by Davis.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow. Passes it to Wiggins. pass to Nurkic. Fade away. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 3rd assist on the night. And the pass to Davis. Back to Satoransky. Holiday with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Holiday's got 12 points here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Pass to Gay. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And Satoransky kicks to Holiday. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Nunn passes to Nurkic. And the layup falls. Nurkic has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Passes to Grant. Back to Satoransky. New Orleans moving the ball around. And they double up Davis. Down low. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
Nurkic can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lets it go from 14. Again, a Pelican score.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And Brent, that fierce, competitive nature for Drew Holiday, still there to this day.
Well, so much talk from his coach, Alvin Gentry, about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And sit at his locker, take a long shower. He doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's healthy for you and your reputation.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Free throw good. Nurkic. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 6th assist on the night. Sacramento's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Pass to Hart. Higgins outside. Now Nurkic dishes it to Gay. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Gay against Satoransky. Grant outside. The 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's Nunn. The pass to Wiggins. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is, because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
Now here is Holiday. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Walker. They get it back. Here's Dedmon. Lays it up off the glass.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Davis.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Green kicks to Davis. Kings moving the ball around. And it's Green missing. New Orleans dictating the flow. Pass to Holiday. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shoots over Shamet. Tries again. Henson trying to break free, and he sinks the layup.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Now, here's Nurkic. On the wing, Green. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, awful. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. So for David...